my privilege and honor to be given an opportunity to deliver a few remarks and introduce our guest of honor, the President and First Secretary of ZANU-PF, His Excellency Dr. Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, on this grand occasion of the ruling party ZANU-PF's 21st Annual National People's Conference. This year's conference is being held just after the country celebrated the 82nd birthday of our guest of honor. We continue to thank our gracious Lord for giving our leader long life and wish that he be granted many more years of bliss and wisdom. Mari varambe vachikuchengetai murambwi. This conference is also coming against the backdrop of the appointment of the First Secretary and President of our party, ZANU-PF, as the Chairman of the Southern Africa Development Community, SADC. Allow me, therefore, on your behalf, to congratulate our First Secretary and President of our Colossal Revolutionary Party, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, for successfully hosting the fourth SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government in August 2024 this year, and for taking over its chairmanship. Congratulations, Your Excellency. May I also congratulate the generality of the Zimbabwean people for conducting themselves in a peaceful and exemplary manner before, during, and after the SADC Summit. Our conference theme, Industrialize and Modernize Towards the Attainment of Vision 2030, resonates well with the Second Republic's efforts towards achieving the vision of His Excellency, the President. This brings to fore the pivotal role of innovation and industrialization for sustained socio-economic transformation and development. Our guest of honor is on record for stating that Vision 2030 will be achieved way ahead of schedule. It is therefore instructive that we use the platform of this conference to come up with resolutions that spur industrialization and leapfrog our economic trajectory towards modernization. This should fulfill the pledge by our guest of honor for early realization of Vision 2030. As the ruling party, we value and never take for granted the trust that the people of Zimbabwe bestow upon us through their vote. On this call, supremacy of the party over government should continue to enhance implementation of party conference resolutions, and this should be taken seriously. The electorate has confidence in our capacity to deliver to their expectation. The focus of our deliberations, therefore, should be on the need to improve the livelihoods of our people. Our economy should continue to grow to ensure food security, nutrition, and general prosperity for all. Let us intensify the efforts to make our education heritage-based so that it is relevant to our own needs. Our industry should be capacitated, anchored on evidence-based research, science, technology, innovation towards infrastructure development. Most importantly, our currency should retain its transactional value to enhance trade and commerce for the common good and for the public convenience. As such, comrades and friends, we gather here to take stock the implementation of resolutions of the 20th National People's Conference held in the Midlands Province in October 2023. Our Revolutionary Party, ZANU-PF, ably led by the First Secretary and President, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emmerson Dambo Mnangagwa, continues to make great strides in ensuring that the development of our great nation leaves no one and no place behind. As we draw closer to the end of the National Development Strategy 1, this conference presents us with an opportunity to come up with resolutions that will reinforce its successes. Therefore, we ought to devise strategies that will help us overcome some of the challenges that we faced during the implementation, such as the El Nino, the drought that we are all crying with, COVID-19 pandemic, food security, and challenges on nutrition. Going forward, and as we prepare to launch the National Development Strategy 2, let us continue in the same spirit of crafting and implementing plans, policies, programs, and projects that uplift the livelihoods of the general Zimbabwean citizenry. Our growth must lead to equitable development so that no one and no place is left behind. Through his visionary leadership and through his visionary and transformative leadership, our guest of honor continues to craft and pursue pro-people policies, programs, and projects that have transformed the quality of life of our people. True to his philosophy of Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, ilizwe lakiwa na vanikazi valo. Our President and First Secretary has been at the center of developing homegrown solutions which are accelerating our economic development. We can all attest to the great milestones attained in major economic sectors such as agriculture, mining, tourism, infrastructure development, and manufacturing using our own resources. May I conclude my remarks by reminding us all that our guest of honor has been consistently active and influential in shaping the body politic of our country. From the days of his youth in the 1960s, he has been loyal, selfless, and a dedicated grandson of this revolutionary party, ZANU-PF. Thus, he made a bold decision to join other Zimbabwean youth who were fed up with the then white minority rule. Distinguished delegates, our guest of honor continues to defy the odds and personifies the true unshaken African spirit of Ubuntu, Hunu, especially in the face of neo-colonial machinations such as the legal sanctions imposed on us. In this regard, I enjoin you all to be disciplined cadres, work together, and uphold our core values of peace, unity, and development as we continue to improve the livelihoods of our people. Let us learn from our guest of honor, in whom we have total confidence as a peace builder, unifier, and development champion. Without further ado, allow me to invite none other than the President and First Secretary of the ruling party, ZANU-PF, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, to address the